Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do We Don't Kill Spiders, issue number 2 by Scout Comics, Black Caravan imprint. And yeah, let's continue where we left off. So this is in an early Viking age. There's a witch, there's a Viking detective. They must work together to solve a murder. And there's also a jarl of that town that doesn't like what's going on, and he basically, well, he wants to kill that certain witch because they bring, or she brought, a lot of bad stuff into town. Like it seems that the town is cursed somehow. We find out here, well, part of it. So we begin here, and right off the bat, I hate this. Except maybe for this year, I hate everything. The reason why I said that this is on a cliff, what I wanted to see is not scribbles. I don't want to see hatching. I want to see clouds. I want to see a sky. I want to see a moon or a sunset. I want to see mountains. I want to see trees. Not a bunch of... Oh, wait, here. Oh, yeah. And here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, let's... Yeah. That's not what I wanted to see. I mean, I'm wearing glasses right now. I have also lenses. So when normally I put off my glasses, off my glasses, I probably would see something like this, because I have a blurry vision. Then I need to have glasses or lenses to see clearly. Where is the detail? There is none. I really hate this. And yeah, you could do this in, I don't know, 5, maybe 15 minutes in total. I don't know. And that's, I know, artistic decisions. I know that some things are deliberate. And I think Doc Schmalke, who is the writer and creator, I guess, let me see. Writing and art, Joseph Schmalke, yes. Does this deliberately. I mean, he can draw, only he cannot, his background sucks. It sucks. And I really hate that. But there is a saving grace here, and I'll talk about it a little bit later. So, so this woman, this in the past, this is the witch of, maybe one of the witches, wants to kill herself. And because the Jarl cast her out, see my review of issue number 1. And her name is Valka. Her parents are murdered. Her I believe her family is murdered. And then the spider talks to her in a very unusual way. And she said, "Don't cry, my love. We will see again, and never forget who you are." And this creature says, "I go by many names, but those have been lost to all of but your family." And he said, "Your grandmother would pray to me, the Queen of Shadows." So this creature is then called the Queen of Shadows. And she says, we have to prepare for things to come. And then we go to the present, where Valka, did I say it correctly? Is it Valka? Wait a minute. I believe so. Yeah. I'm sorry, not Valka, REVNA. Excuse me. She has summoned a demon. Again, check out my last review. And this demon here is called MOCCUS. And MOCCUS says, "You have paid the red debt. The master accepts your offering and spilled blood, and I will obey your call. What do you ask of MOCCUS?" But then REVNA says, "What do you mean, red debt? You were summoned by blood magic. You're a demon. You are bound to do my bidding, yes?" And then this creature is pondering about what she's saying, and said, "You provided a feast of soul to the master. The master summons me, little witch, and I'm bound to your task." She says, "Who's the master?" But then he evades that question, and then he figures that it was not her that summoned him, but somebody else. And then REVNA, finds out that she is in trouble because she thought that she was the one by doing the blood magic resurrecting, well, not resurrecting, summon him forth from, I believe, the depths of hell. And she says, you are due my bidding now, demon. But then the demon says, no, I don't, because you didn't use a binding circle. Uh-oh, trouble in paradise, well, in hell. Meanwhile, Jarl and... what's his name? The detective, Bjorn. Yes, sorry, Bjorn. I'm sorry. It's been a long time since I read the first one. Bjorn here explains what's happening inside, and Jarl is not very happy with that because he's seen the corruption coming from the hut where the witch is performing the ritual to bring out whoever murdered people of the, well, it's not really a city, in the town. Is that how you call it? Probably. And then he says, what were you thinking, unleashing this monster on my town? And Bjorn says, well, trust me, Jarl. She has no intel. She is one of us. And then Jarl says to his people, I don't want this in my town. We're gonna burn this evil from the earth. And he wants to torch that place. And Bjorn said, what are you doing? You're killing an innocent woman. And Jarl says, I told you this land was cursed, right? And that her kind was the cause of this. And then this is happening. And the Jarl knows he's too late. And then Bjorn, who is he doesn't believe in gods anymore. He's more like me. He's an atheist, but then in the Viking age. He sees stuff that cannot be possible. He sees demons, he sees magic, he sees now zombies or the dead rising from the grave. And Jarl says, I told you this place was cursed, formed upon the bones of centuries of fallen heroes. That curse hasn't been lifted, Bjorn. And we are standing in a giant graveyard. And that sets the tone for the comic. The problems that I have with this comics is mostly the art or basically the backgrounds. But the story itself is what really pulls me in. Because I've read this whole, 1 and 2. The writing is pretty good. And it's in this comic, it shows that Joseph Schmalke, his writing is really good. He needs to work on his art. But again, like I said, maybe that's all deliberate when it comes to all these hatching lines. And this very, very dark tone that he has is a little bit sometimes too black. But, it's a horror comic, so I get that. And I give him a pass about that. So meanwhile, a little witch, Verna, is in trouble. And the demon wants to kill her. The problem with the art, a little bit coming back to that, he smashes the floor. And then, I don't know, she invades that, but I cannot see it because of all the weird hatching thing going on. And then MOCCUS says, or the demon says, you are alone with me and you cannot escape, in his words. No one's going to save you. And then there is, she says, well, you're wrong, demon. Even here, I'm never alone. And then he says, huh? What the? And then he gets attacked, or there's something is jumping in his face, or maybe I believe there was spiders, but it could be some kind of an energy beam or witchcraft or whatever. And he's in pain and his face is half ripped off. And then the spider talks to Berna, and she says, "This summoning is out of control. I need to end this. Let me in, child. I will guide your hand." And she says, "Yes, queen." Now I have to go back a little bit. I said Verna, but it's REVNA. Verna is the one from Scooby-Doo, right? It's REVNA, not Verna, idiot. Anyway, but the demon recognizes her, whatever this creature is. He says, well, a forgotten god. And he also spouts some, you can read. And then some things are happening that I'm not really a fan of. Okay, so this demon attacks her. He said, your head will make a fine trophy for the master. And he says, "You are finished, demon," she says. Then this happens. Now look at this panel. What is wrong here? Well, first of all, I'm going to explain you in layman terms the angle of the axe. So he tries to cleave her head, but her head is here, not here. So if the axe is coming down, the axe should be coming down here. First of all, this move that she is doing, that is what people are doing in movies and televisions if you have a sword. For instance, if this was a sword, in here, and then you stop it before it hurts you, but she is holding it here at this very tiny tippy. It looks stupid. It doesn't even make sense. And then she spits energy or whatever it's in its face. This is a big no-no. This is not. I mean, are you just stepping back and then does this? I mean, how? Bad decision, Joseph Schmalke. Anyway, then something other happens. The Jarl says, Bjorn says, I've seen a few things today that I think it's possible. And then the Jarl says, men, you know what to do. We are not going to die here today. And he says, Bjorn, stay out of the way. And they're transforming into werewolves. And they are attacking the werewolves. They are attacking the zombies. And Bjorn is, shocked to the core because he's seen so many weird stuff now. So he helps them with the werewolves, and they are dispatching of the zombies. But then parts of the cabin or the house, breaks. And then we see the demon are running out, screaming in pain. And then, I don't know, somehow the curse is lifted and the zombies are, going back to rest or dissolving. And then the Queen of Chaos, or the Spider God Queen, or whatever she's called, is coming out. And she says, the creature knows the cause of this. Let's discover what he knows. So they interrogate the demon, but the demon wants to say anything. And he says, well played, little bitch. Little witch, also bitch, he says. And Bjorn wants to kill it. And she says, no, I want to know who his master is. But the demon says, I'm not going to tell you anything. But he will be coming to collect. And they said, what are you doing? He said, you don't know? I'm eating your damn soul. And it looks like a Mortal Kombat move, from Shang Tsung. If you play or Mortal Kombat or know who these characters are. Probably not. Maybe he does. But before he dies, he said, I told you before, the master summons me. I don't know who performed the red debt, but I know it wasn't you. There's another witch, one who knows blood magic too. So that's intriguing. I thought she was the only witch performing. So there is another one, as I told you, as I thought before, because he was, dubious about the whole debt thing. So she's turning into herself again, and she wants to work with Bjorn because he's a detective, and then Bjorn doesn't know how to react, basically, and then she's, going to sleep or falls unconscious. Jarl is not very happy and wants to kill her, but Bjorn says, no, you will not touch this woman, and if you do that, you're gonna get my axe, in his words. And so Jarl says, are you willing to die here? And he says, well, I'm protecting an innocent woman. That's how it is, so be it. But Bjorn also explains to the Jarl that there is another one, that he is not responsible, and that this woman is an innocent. And he also says, you brought me here to investigate who committed these murders. You saw the creatures that came from the house. It was no friend of hers. Once it's gone, the dead went with it. She was trying to find who summoned it. She says, we need to help her to solve these murders. And he also said that something is unleashed and something is coming. Great stuff. It pulls me right in. I mean, like I said, great stuff, great writing, art. But it's not over yet. We go to the woods, and there is a woman who has a basket, and there is a pregnant woman here, and it goes into some kind of a, I don't know, tree tunnel thing. And this woman is about to, that's the ending, a little bit too soon. Oh, so that's paused the whole thing. Anyway, there's a chopped off head. They use it as a ritual. This woman is about to give birth, and she says, make it hurt, make it stop. And he says, just bear with it. You know, it's only pain. Pain makes you strong, something like that. And then he prays to whatever it is he's praying to. And then he says, come here, come forth, make us happy or bless us with your presence. And then come forth, master, we are ready to serve. And then the woman dies. And then whatever this is sprouts from the stomach very violently. And then these male witches says, we need to swell our ranks, help us find us, help us to do our bidding. We are prepared to do thine bidding. Hail to the black goat of the woods. And that's the end. And it goes into issue 3. Yeah, I like the writing a lot. I said my piece about the art. There's a let's say the writing saves it. I mean, it's very dark. It's very old school. They also use those very vile old school languages. Very in the tone of that century. I like that a lot. Not a big fan of the whole background stuff, but as I checked it out, it's only 3 issues, so that's good. And I don't want to stop, so I try to find issue number 3 and conclude the series, which also brings us to the end of this video. So if I got issue 3, you'll notice soon, or maybe a little bit later. So guys, thank you for watching. Wow, 60 minutes almost. Jesus, it's too long. Guys, see you next time. Bye-bye.